You are not the master, work is the master, says Mihaly Csikszentmihalyi. According to the Hungarian-born American psychologist Mihaly Csikszentmihalyi, if you want to achieve the psychological state of flow, you have to regard your work as your master. Only then you will get most out of life, and things such as daily chores will even become enjoyable. Once you entered the state of flow, you won't feel the need to have your work or efforts recognized. You won't be looking for a reward of any sort. According to Mihaly Csikszentmihalyi, flow is the idea of living in a continuous state of bliss, without searching for immediate gratification through external recognition or rewards. Flow is a state in which people are so involved in an activity that nothing else seems to matter. That is how you find pleasure in work. Work becomes an end in itself, rather than something to be endured as a means of achieving something. When in flow, you don't work to earn money for your living. At least, that is not your first priority. You work because working itself gives you immense pleasure. Wages are a bonus. According to Japanese philosophy of Ikigai, in order to enter the flow state, negation of the self becomes important. Therefore, one has to release from the burden of the self and become a fundamental aspect of flow. The underlying philosophy of flow means releasing oneself. Naturally, as a biological entity, we are concerned about our own welfare, the satisfaction of our desires, and that is normal. However, in order to achieve the state of flow, you need to release your ego. After all, it is not the ego that is important. It is the accumulation of the infinite nuances of the elements involved in a work that are important. Remember, you are not the master. Work is the master. And in flow, you can identify yourself with your work in a joyous, symbiotic way. Being in a state of flow, released from the burden of the self, shows in the quality of the work. Today, Japanese anime are world famous. However, it is also common knowledge that the animators are not well paid. Compared to more practical jobs such as banking and retail, the wage of the average animator is meager. Despite that, working as an animator continues to be many youngsters' dream job. Knowing perfectly well that they will not be able to make a fortune, generation after generation of would-be animators flock to the studios. Making anime is a tough job. For Hayao Miyazaki, the great master of Japanese animation, known for works such as Spirited Away and My Neighbor Totoro, filmmaking means long hours of hard labor. Miyazaki never stirs from his desk, drawing thousands of sketches that define the characters and designate the scenes, and these are then worked on and refined by animators of Studio Ghibli, the company that he co-founded. Hayao Miyazaki has received numerous accolades, but, judging from his remarks, the real rewards of his work come from the act of anime making itself. Hayao Miyazaki makes anime in a state of flow, and it shows. You simply feel the quality of bliss emanating from his works. For him and many other great artists, leaders, players, being in the flow is all about treasuring the being in the here and now. The most important characteristic of a flow existence is living in the present, here and now. The same attitude is vital for the creative life. Walt Disney was another evangelist of being in the here and now. He would have made animation in a state of flow too, judging from the sheer quality of the legacy he left behind. Despite his huge success, 59 Oscar nominations and 22 Oscars, he could never have reached those heady heights without wanting to immerse himself in the time-consuming and excessively intricate job of animation itself. Once, Disney was told by someone that he was popular enough to become, "Why on earth would he want to be president?" Walt retorted, when he was already the king of Disneyland. In the context of the flow, or the relation between work and the self, the attitude is perhaps unique, at least compared to the standard concept. The only reason why 90% of people are not able to achieve the state of flow is because they consider their work as necessary evil. The people who enjoy the state of flow embrace work as something of positive value in itself. Csikszentmihalyi testifies that one source of inspiration for his work on flow came when he observed a painter friend working on his artwork for hours on end, without any prospect of selling the work or getting financial reward for it. This particular state of mind, or work ethic, where you just immerse yourself in the joy of being in the here and now, without asking for immediate reward or recognition, is an integral part of the Japanese concept of Ikigai. Being in a sense of flow is important to making your job an enjoyable one, but at the same time, attention to detail must exist in order to improve the quality of the job done. Being immersed in and drawing pleasure from the here and now, and attending to the smallest detail while doing so, is the essence of the mastery of the flow. When you are in a state of flow, in harmony with the different elements inside and outside of yourself, you have the cognitive capacity to pay attention to the various subtle nuances that come your way. When you are emotionally disturbed or strongly biased, you lose the mindfulness necessary to appreciate the all too important details of things that can tip the balance of life and work. You can pursue quality best only when you are in a state of flow, a fact that Mihaly Csikszentmihalyi know only too well. In life, we sometimes misplace priorities and significance. Too often, we do something for the sake of rewards. If the rewards are not forthcoming, we are disappointed and lose interest and zeal in the work. That is simply the wrong approach. In general, there are delays between actions and rewards. Even if you finish a good work, rewards are not necessarily forthcoming. Reception and recognition occur in a stochastic way, depending on many parameters out of your control. If you can make the process of making the effort your primary source of happiness, then you have succeeded in the most important challenge of your life. So make music, even when nobody is listening. Draw a picture when nobody is watching. Write a short story that no one will read. The inner joys and satisfaction will be more than enough to make you carry on with your life. If you have succeeded in doing so, then you have made yourself a master of being in the here and now. Thanks for watching. Please do subscribe to our channel for more empowering content.